Welcome to Nutrition Your Way. I'm your host, Cindi Stickle. This podcast is for those of you that finally want to have control over your own health and your family's health. This is for you if you don't know what to eat to help your chronic illness or even your child's ADHD. I will share with you how to easily swap out unhealthy ingredients in your food for healthier ingredients that won't make you sicker or affect your chronic illness. And yes, you can still eat your favorite foods. Other areas I will cover include how to remove toxins from your food and life, how to eliminate the overwhelm you have with your health, including how to read labels, meal plan and prep, and how to manage grocery shopping with ease. My goal is to make biohacking effortless. Hey everybody, welcome to this episode of Nutrition Your Way. Today I'm continuing my macronutrient series and we're talking about fats. Last week I covered carbohydrates, today's fats, next week is proteins. And so I wanted to talk about why the crucial role that fats play in maintaining our overall health. So many people believe that fats are unhealthy and should be avoided. But the truth is, our bodies need fats to function. And some of the topics that I'll cover today will be energy, like the role that fat has in our energy, a little bit on cell structure. It definitely has a part in hormone production, and just nutrient absorption with our, all the nutrients that you need in your body. And a little bit about insulation and protection, just to give you an idea what I'm talking about. So let's talk energy. Fats are the most energy-dense macronutrient, and they provide approximately 9 calories per gram, whereas carbohydrates and proteins each only provide about 4 calories per gram. So weight for weight, fat contains more than twice the amount of energy as carbs and protein. So you need that. If you're dragging, if you're constantly tired, but you're eating a low or no fat diet, in quotation marks, because that's not a good diet to do, that's why you're tired. So it helps with efficient energy storage. So due to the fact that they have high energy density, fats are an efficient way for our bodies to store energy for later use. So if you're thinking about when you're working out, you'll have stored fat, and when you're working out, it'll pull the fat from that storage to use for energy while you're working out. Or even if you're fasting, it'll pull from there to keep you going. The stored fat can be broken down and is used throughout, the day for, even if you're in calorie deficit or you just have that increased energy demand. And it also helps with sustained energy release. Unlike carbs that you eat that carb, it's in you got that spike of energy and it's gone within 30 minutes. Fat is much slower. So it's broken down more slowly by our bodies. So this slower digestion and absorption process results in a more gradual and sustained release of energy over time, which helps maintain blood sugar levels and actually provide a longer lasting source of energy. So if you have prolonged activities or in between meals, that's why it keeps you fuller between meals. Cell structure, I won't go into it too much because it's a lot of scientific stuff. But it definitely protects the cells. It insulates the cells. It actually helps them be more efficient in their electrical signal transmission. So where the cells talk to each other. Hormones. Fats serve as a building block for production of steroid hormones, which include sex hormones like testosterone and estrogen, which are essential for both men and women. So, as we know, testosterone is mostly male sex hormone, but women do have it. And fats, especially saturated fats and monounsaturated fats, have been shown to support testosterone production. So anyone who has followed the Mediterranean diet, that is has those types of fat, it can help maintain healthy testosterone levels in men. So if it works in men, then it definitely will help women. Estrogen production, that's the female sex hormone, but also present in men. So it's particularly polyunsaturated fats like omega-3 have been shown to increase estrogen metabolism. Studies suggest that a diet rich in omega-3s may help maintain a healthy balance of estrogen levels. It also affects cortisol. And we know cortisol is like the fat hormone. So you don't want a lot of cortisol because that makes it harder to lose weight. So it definitely helps with the balance of hormones in your body. But you have to make sure you're eating the right fats, the healthier fats, because there is unhealthy fat and there's healthy fat. And I will go over that towards the end of the podcast. So nutrient absorption. So many people are not getting enough nutrients. And so there's the vitamins that are in our food. Like you have vitamin A, D, E, K. There are fat-soluble vitamins, and then there are water-soluble vitamins. So fat-soluble vitamins are essential nutrients that our bodies require for various physiological functions. So unlike water-soluble vitamins, which can dissolve in water and be readily absorbed, fat-soluble vitamins require the presence of dietary fats for proper absorption and utilization. So this is a super important reason to include healthy fats in your diet. So vitamin A, which is extremely critical for healthy vision, immune function, cell growth. It's found in sources like egg yolks, dairy products, or since I can't do dairy, carrots, sweet potatoes, and spinach. But consuming vitamin A with the dietary fats, such as butter and olive oil, it enhances the absorption in the small intestine. So it's not like you're just going to be peeing it out. It'll actually do its job. Vitamin D, that's essential for calcium absorption, bone health, again, immune function. So while our bodies can actually synthesize vitamin D from the sunlight exposure, dietary sources like fatty fish, egg yolks, and fortified dairy products also contribute to our vitamin D intake. So fat helps the absorption of vitamin D in the small intestine, and studies have shown that consuming vitamin D with this meal-containing fats can significantly increase its absorption. And pretty much everybody is vitamin D deficient because we're not outside like we used to, or we're in sunscreen. So making sure that you eat the healthy fatty foods will help you get more vitamin D where it needs to go. Even vitamin E, it's a powerful antioxidant that protects our cells from oxidative damage. Oxidative stress is just think of an apple that sits out and it slowly rots away. That's what your cells do when oxidative stress is, attacking them. And everybody has it because you get it more as you get older. And so I take NRF2, protandim, and that reverses that. It goes right to the cellular level, and it ages my cells backwards, and it reduces oxidative stress. So, but vitamin E also helps your immune function. You notice how all these vitamins help with your immune system? That's why people are so sick. They're not getting the vitamins they need. So the vitamin E is found in foods like nuts, seeds, vegetable oils, and leafy greens. So a lot of people, when they only eat the carnivore diet, they're not eating the vitamins that they need. They are missing out on that. And their body may not notice it now, but 10 years down the road, they're going to have some issues because they are deficient in a lot of these vitamins and minerals. So the presence of fats in a diet is, again, necessary for the efficient absorption of vitamin E in the small intestine. Here you go. Every one of these into the small intestine. Vitamin K is essential for blood clotting and bone metabolism. There's two forms of vitamin K. K1, which is found primarily in leafy green vegetables, and K2, found in animal products and fermented foods. So fats, particularly bile acids produced by the liver, are necessary for the absorption of vitamin K in the small intestine. And fermented foods, I love sauerkraut. So yeah, and fats help with the bile and fat digestion. It helps break it down so it can be absorbed the way it's supposed to be absorbed, especially the fat-soluble vitamins. Because if you don't eat enough fat, those vitamins that will not break down in water will not even absorb into your system. So you're just peeing out what should be going into your small intestine. Fat-soluble vitamin deficiencies, exactly what I've been talking about. So a diet low in healthy fats or certain medication or medical conditions that affect fat absorption, such as Crohn's disease or cystic fibrosis, can lead to deficiencies in fat-soluble vitamins. Symptoms of fat-soluble vitamin deficiencies include night blindness, which is vitamin A, rickets, which is vitamin D, neurological disorders, so you need vitamin E, and bleeding disorders, which you need vitamin K. So it's super important to eat the fatty foods, but the healthy fats, what I'm going to talk about in a minute, to get these vitamins and minerals, because when our body is deficient, that's when you get chronic illnesses. And then insulation. Fat provides insulation in our bodies and protects our vital organs. So we want to protect our vital organs. If you ever get into an accident or something like that, they're more cushioned. Okay, so that is also very, very important. So it'll help with trauma and things like that if you're in an accident. But you need fat in your diet. And back in the 80s, when they were like, oh, fat-free, everything was like the Snackwell cookies, it was fat-free. No, but they were adding other stuff that made it even more unhealthy. And you need the fat. Fat does not make you fat. It's the carbs that turn to sugar, and that adds to the weight. It's the overeating that adds to the weight gain. Fat alone does not make you fat. You have to have some fat in your body in order to live. Okay? So, types of fats. So, as I've been saying, not all fats are created equal. There are 4 main types of fats. So we have saturated fats, which are found in animal products like meat, dairy, some tropical oils. These should be consumed in moderation. And unfortunately, when people only eat like red meat, you're getting way too much of that. Monounsaturated fats, found in foods like olive oil, avocados, and nuts. These are considered healthy fats. I eat like an avocado a day. I eat more of the nuts. I use olive oil, coconut oil. My diet has a lot of monounsaturated fats, and that is the healthy fat, and that is what you want to be eating. Polyunsaturated fats. This is found in foods like fatty fish, seeds, and vegetable oils, which we want to avoid vegetable oils because they're just not good for you. You want avocado oil, not canola oil, avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil. Okay, you want to avoid all the seed oils. So the fatty fish and seeds have omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids, which are essential. You need to not take too much omega-6. Omega-3 is fine, but it has to be a certain ratio of omega-3 to omega-6. So don't take too much of omega-6 because that is not healthy. And then there's trans fats, primarily found in processed foods and should be avoided as they increase the risk of heart disease. Yes, that's cheap fat. It's trans fat. It's in all processed food. And I know so many people eat processed food. I eat as minimally processed food as I can. I read the labels. I look at that. And if it has any, like a seed oil or soy especially, I avoid that like the plague because it is an endocrine disrupting product. And it messes with your hormones. It messes with my thyroid. And so, yeah, I do not eat soy. Anything, if I see a product that has soy in it, I don't buy it because that is bad for my thyroid and it messes up my other hormones. But yeah, so there's saturated fat, which you should eat very little. Monounsaturated fat, which is okay. You should eat that a lot. Polyunsaturated fats with omega-3 and 6, those are considered healthy. And trans fats should be avoided at all cost. So Now, to incorporate healthy fats into your diet, here's some suggestions, like fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines. Like I'll eat salmon a couple times a month. Nuts and seeds, like I love pistachios or any of the nuts that I'll snack on. Avocados, love avocados. I use olive oil, eggs, grass-fed meat, because that is not the saturated fat. It is healthier meat for you. So you have to, yes, you have to do your homework. You have to read labels. You have to know what kind of fat you're putting in your body. But you also have to eat fat. You cannot avoid fat, because you're just going to make yourself sicker and sicker. One day you're going to wake up with a bunch of chronic diseases that you're like, how did this happen? You're not eating right. That's how it happened. So this is why fats are an essential macronutrient that our bodies need to function optimally. Like I said, we cannot skip fat. By incorporating healthy fats and limiting unhealthy fats, we can get, it's going to support your overall health. And as always, balance is key. But this is what I teach people with my flexible macronutrition program. I am getting my second nutrition certification in macros. I already have one. And it's personalized. I walk you through everything, like how many calories just to maintain your weight. And then I tell you if you want to go into a calorie deficit to lose weight, or if you want to build muscle, or if you, just lose fat, whatever. It's customized to you. And like my carbs, I'm in a calorie deficit right now, 20%. I can have like 157 carbs a day. And that's a lot more than some people eat, because you should never, ever, ever cut out and eat less food, because you will not lose weight with that, because your body's not getting the nutrients it needs. The more food you eat, especially the protein, your body works harder to digest that, and you burn calories. So yeah, my macros are 140 grams of protein a day, 158 grams of carbs a day, 57 grams of fat, and I'm at a 1700 for calories right now. And I can get, if I watch, I'm into those, like I don't ever go over, or sometimes fat is over by 1 or 2, but it's not hard. It is a little bit of work to do it, but it's not difficult. And if you want to make sure that you're getting the right nutrients for your body, this is what I do. So please reach out to me, and we can chat, and I can see if, we'd be a good fit for each other. But this is how I help people. So next week, we're going to talk about protein. So stay tuned. I'll be in your headphones next week, and make sure you eat your fats. And as always, don't forget to subscribe so you can be notified when new episodes are released. And if you like what you hear, I would love for you to leave a review. Thanks for listening today. I really appreciate you tuning in to the Nutrition Your Way podcast to learn about easy swaps, toxin-free nutrition, and how to biohack your family's health. Don't forget to subscribe here, and you can also follow me on Instagram at Cindi Stickle, or my website cindystickle.com for the latest updates. Links are in the episode description.